What's up, dudes? I was thinking about collecting my thoughts before shooting this video, but I'll just freewheel it. That's what I do. And I guess I've thought about it a little bit, that some commentary about the Vegas shooting. And I made a little Facebook status update. I journaled about it a little bit. I don't know what I talk. Well, here I'm making a video. Let's talk about media. It's interesting to me, I don't want to seem like an asshole and be like, well, whatever, it's whatever, because it's not whatever, right? Like, you got the whole gun issue thing. It was in Vegas, which is Vegas. Lot of innocent people. Horrible stuff. But, like, what always comes to mind, what I posted about on Facebook, something else just came to mind, is the way, I don't want to say the media twists things, just what the media ends up putting in front of you. Like, here, I'm a part of the chain. You know, someone said something to me about it the other day, and I'm looking at CNN, and I'm Googling it out of curiosity. Really, it's like entertainment, like, not, I'd rather play Destiny or something. But the way it's, propagated in the collective consciousness and then made to seem important, like more important than other things in the world. The U.S. media machine ends up, wherever you go in the world, there's CNN and BBC on here, international news, which means if something crazy happens in the U.S. or any modern westernized whatever country that's a big deal, it's going to get propagated through the world like that. And there's so many big, huge, way bigger than that shooting thing in terms of loss of life and distress and all of these things happening, all over the world. And again, not to minimize what happened there, but, after these events or any events like this that are publicized, all of a sudden people are like, oh, we're going to do something about this. Whatever that something may be. But for, like gun control, for example, like that's not a, let's get pumped and raise a bunch of money tomorrow and sort this out. Like, that requires years, probably decades of dedicated, coordinated efforts. And maybe this thing will inspire some people to get involved on that level. But I imagine for most, like the vast majority, it's just another piece of entertainment, like, I hate to use that word because entertainment, I don't know, people like scary movies, so. But, again, right, like this gun thing, it being in the news, whatever, it patters out, it requires committed, coordinated effort of a lot of people. And like writing to Congress, you need ground game. You need to get people elected. You need to what happens is something like that gets rolled into other issues. So you try to, the whole political thing. I'd like to get more involved in politics at some point. But so what I always go back to, like, I always have this running number. If you don't know it, every 10 seconds or so, someone dies of a hunger-related death, normally a child, like, I don't know how old, if it's an infant, 3 or whatever. That's just a constant running total, like, and they say hunger-related death because it might not be starvation, it might be, an illness that you get because of, hunger-related, like, kind of like gun control, but on a much larger scale. That's a massive issue that requires a massive amount of coordinated effort to quote unquote rectify it or make it better, right? The other thing that came to mind is the Syrian refugee crisis, which dude, I didn't know what the numbers were like. I just looked it up. There's 6 million, like, so this thing, not diminishing. I mean, we just look at numbers and scale, right? Like, so the media pumps all the video and you hear the automatic weapons, and, it's in the U.S., but, I mean, 6 million people. I'm sure if I surfed the web or searched memory or whatever, like, there's some atrocities out there happening to humans, right? Not like Syrians or Americans or whatever, just humans. That's not even to get into, if you get into, the way animals are abused, they have feelings, feelings in the sense, like feelings, they have feelings. So like that's the animal thing is something that I don't know if that's for this lifetime for me, but, the human thing, not the animal thing too, but like to do something about this stuff, requires the commitment. It's like a lifetime commitment. Like, everybody does not do it. You could donate $5 a month or something somewhere, or volunteer a little bit, or, whatever your level of involvement, whether it's guns or hunger or Syrian refugees or whatever. But what's required is years of coordinated effort and resources, time, money, energy. Yeah. And anyway, that's my deal. Like, that's all I, to the best of my ability, work on, right? Like, I look forward to being positioned better to, work on it more efficiently, with more resources. And, like, it's not even about having the money to, just so I don't have to go work or do something else. Like, then I could just be thinking about this issue and figuring it out. That's what I essentially do in my free time. That's what I read about. When I'm reading business books and entrepreneurial books, part of it is getting to that, financial independence level. But the other part is applying the principles and skills and knowledge and techniques that are mainly within the realm of business, and using it for whatever it is, gun control, hunger, Syrian refugees, whatever it might be. Anyhow, yeah. So that, like, the like, not that this is a plug for it or whatever, but the startup that I'm starting to work on, and I will invite you to a Facebook group or something to talk about it in a more one-on-one fashion. But its aim is essentially all of the issues, right? Like, what keeps coming to mind is the long-term, coordinated, committed effort towards, a cause that is important to you for whatever reason. Everybody's history is different, right? Like, I'm into Black Lives Matter a little bit because I'm half black, so I'm also into White Lives Matter. Just kidding, I'm not. But yeah, like, what I'm pumped about is creating the systems and platforms and documentation, the governance or whatever, to help people organize and not just the organized part, like, be able to set up the resource. Anyway, well, this video's long enough. Like, yeah, that's funny. Like, right before I was recording, I was like, I got nothing to say about it. I don't know what I'm gonna say. And here, 10 minutes later. I don't know why I made you watch that. Me drinking water. Man, I gotta draw my picture. Then we'll go play Destiny. I played Destiny with my brother today. That was a good time. It's funny, I bought Destiny. I like the game, it's a good game, but I bought it to talk to my brother because he plays Destiny. So funny. I'm the one that got him into Destiny right when I stopped playing the first one. destiny. All right, guys. Peace.